Hi there. Welcome to another update in the weird, strange, and odd records from the Thrift series. Um, Second time I'm shooting this, my son ran up the stairs, interrupting my video. Anyway, before I start showing you records, I got a lot of records. Um, some personal notes. A couple of weeks ago, I had the flu. Not long after that, I had a heart rhythm disorder. It's still a disorder that I have, but not like I don't feel it until I do feel it, and then I need to take my medicine. Anyway, I was at the hospital for that. Doesn't shock me or worry me anymore, but it's a nuisance. Um, so that's personal. Flu, heart rhythm disorder. Then the last couple of weeks were a lot of celebrations here in Holland, where I live, if you don't know. Um, Today is our Liberation Day, where we were liberated from the German occupation in the Second World War. Celebrate that. And there's a market outside, um, not everywhere, but here in my town there is. And that wasn't that good. There was a lot of crap. My son bought some stuff. He bought some books, which is okay, but records, not really. And last week was King's Day, and I was selling stuff. So a lot of my computer games, DVDs, CDs, some vinyl books, stuff like that. We made some okay money. So anyway, that's my little update. And in between those days that I was not feeling too good and I was selling stuff and I was buying stuff. Anyway, I bought a lot of records. I got three 7-inch records and a whole stack of LPs. Let's get started. First up is this one. This is the Rousers on a label called Torso, which is a Dutch label. I think they came originally from Amsterdam. They were part of a record store called Boudisc, and they released a lot of punk, post-punk in the early '80s, and then later on, they started to do dance music as well. Anyway, this is a Dutch group, the Rousers. They're a punk new wave group from this 7-inch comes from 1980, and the song titles on here are Nothing Else to Do, Back Off, What a Way to Go. Um, it's pretty decent. It's very new wavy, not so much punk, but anyway. Uh, oh, before I actually continue, it's still Weird, Strange, and Odd Records from the Thrift, but if you look in your feed, it will just say Thrift Records. Why? Because it's a too long title, and then if I add a little title after that, people will not see that. So if I say, I found a grail, you will just see Weird, Strange, Odd Records from the Thrift, and either you click on it or you don't. Because Thrift Records, a lot of people still think that's crap records. It's not. I'm going to show you. It's not like it's killer stuff, but it's good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, the Weird, Strange, and Odd title is mostly aimed at records like this. This is weird. This is strange. This is odd because if you look at it, just look at it. Look at that picture. See, it looks like a gothic punk group. Back photo, even more. Now that photo is bigger inside because there's an insert with the lyrics. And there's the picture. Look at it. If that ain't God, I don't know. Well, it's not. It's a Spanish group called Alaska y los Pegamoides. That's a mouthful. And the song is called Bailando. And what you have here is another new wave group. The A side, which is called Bailando, is a sort of a synth poppy kind of new wave sound. Llega la rebelión de los electrodomésticos. My Spanish is awesome. And Vertigo. There. Those two. Those are more new wave, like sort of a rhythmic new wave sound. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, this is from 1982, and it's on a label called Hispa Fox. Interesting. And I like this song. I like those songs. Anyway, last 7-inch I have, it's the Human League. This is Open Your Heart, and the B-side is Non-Stop. This is the UK pressing, as you can see. Why do I see that? Because the spindle holes in the Dutch ones, they're big. And the UK ones, they're teeny, meeny. Onto the LPs. First up is a kind of incomplete record. I bought it because I'm not that, I know the artist. Everybody knows the artist's name. They know some of his songs. I know School's Out and I know Poison, but otherwise I'm not familiar with Alice Cooper. Originally, this came in a cardboard box which had printed information on it, but I saw it like this. Excuse me. This is Muscle of Love from 1973, I believe. And yeah, this gets described as classic rock, but I don't like it. I mean, I like classic rock if it really, really rocks, but this, I don't know, the album cover is kind of funny, but not my cup of tea. Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love. Then we have a Dutch group called Curdy and the Boombox. Yeah, this is stuff I have to pick up when I see this. This is from 1985. It's on RCA. RCA Black Label. The guitarist of Def Leppard is on this album. Just so you know, it doesn't sound like Def Leppard. Well, he does a solo on his guitar. That sounds kind of like Def Leppard, but otherwise this is synth pop / soul. It's not really, really, really that good, but it's enjoyable. Curdy and the Boombox. Then a record. Well, I'm going to show it. Sergio Mendes, Brazil, 77. This is Night and Day from 1970. 73, 74, I don't know. Anyway, I love Brazil 66, and I've had hits and misses with Brazil 77 or even other Brazil records. But this is good. It sounds more like Brazil 66 than it does Brazil 77. That is a... my son is annoying me. Hey! He's playing around with... Hey! Hey! He's playing around with coins underneath the door. Anyway, there's another album called Vintage 74, which is funky. This is not funky. This is very much bossa nova, Brazilian music, and it sounds like Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66. I like this a lot. More Brazilian music. It's the soundtrack to Orfeo Negro, which is like Orpheus. I think it came out in 1959 originally. This is the 1967 edition on phonogram, German pressing, Fontana actually. And it is not so good. Not my cup of tea. It sounds older. It's not much fun. But I decided to pick it up, and I'm not going to keep this. Then yes, yesterday, right? Yesterday, yeah. I went to a thrift store basically to drop off some stuff that we had left over from the King's Day market where we were selling stuff. And I went into the Goodwill as well and found this. This is Quincy Jones's Quincy Jones Showcase. It's on Pickwick. It came in the I have to take it out. Original Pickwick inner sleeves, which I love. I love it. The original inner sleeves. It's on Pickwick, as I say. It's from 1977, and I have not listened to this one yet. It's if I look at the titles, it's early recordings by Quincy Jones, 60s, early 60s, maybe to mid 60s. I don't know. But it's got the Pink Panther, it got A Hard Day's Night, The Baby Elephant Walk, Taste of Honey, Hang On Sloopy, The In Crowd, What's New Pussycat, Charade, Walk on the Wild. It's got those. It's not the funky Quincy, but it's Quincy. So I had to pick it up. 2 LP set. Hopefully it is enjoyable. Then we have Eruption. This is self-titled first album from 1977. This is Euro disco. Now, it could be kind of funky, but I have my doubts. This is produced by Frank Farian. It says there. And he also did Boney M. I hate Boney M. I don't like Boney M at all. So we're going to see if this is any good. Boney M, by the way, I think he was also responsible for Milli Vanilli. Boney M, like Milli Vanilli, they used session musicians and different people to basically do the vocals, not sing, but mimic the vocals. So I don't know if this is the case as well with Eruption. But I had one album which I thought was enjoyable. I just don't know if this is any good. The last record that I found that was cheap, the other ones, it's 4 of them. Yeah, 4 of them are a little bit more expensive. But the last cheap one is actually a 12-inch. And this is another one of those, you see him and you go like, oh, this is strange, weird, and odd, and I need this somehow. What I do basically when I see something like this, I take it and look it up. What is it? Because this can be anything. This can be from the 90s. This can be from the 80s. I don't know. I do know that it's a 12-inch, but that's all I knew. It's called Street Runners, and it's called Jam Jam on the Beat. It's on a label called Jump and Shout. It's got a silver label. It's a Belgian 12-inch, and it's from 1984. And when I looked it up on Discogs, it said electro, and it is. It's not killer electro, but it is electro, and that's fun. You know, I like electro. I like the robot voices and the electronic beats. But this is not electro hip hop. This is just electro. But yeah, Jam Jam on the Beat by the Street Runners. I picked it up. I enjoy it. I like it. Now on to the more expensive records. Not really. These were like $2-3. The other ones were $1. But I had to pick these up. These are mostly funk and or funky records. They're not all. Well, one of them is maybe 2 of them are pretty funk. The other ones are more, boogie, funky boogie, whatever. First up, this is Sun with Sunburn, 1978 on Capitol. Comes in the original sleeve, but the record is falling out of it. It's got the lyrics there. It's the Red Capitol label. 1978, like I said, and Sun are a funk group from the US. And yeah, it's got a sexy cover. But I knew this group. I have another album by him which I love. So I had to pick this up, and this is actually really, really good. Then I also picked this up again. I used to have this back in the day and got rid of it. I don't know why. But this is Rick James with Street Songs. Yeah, it features Super Freak. That was in the original inner sleeve. It's on Motown. This is the French press. It's in really, really, really good shape. So I'm glad I picked it up again. Then two more. I had to pick this up. This is Shalimar with Three for Love. This is from 1980 on Solar Records. Came in the original insert, inner sleeve. There's the, wait a minute, there's the amazing Solar logo. I love Solar Records. That's the sound of Los Angeles. If you don't know, Sounds of Los Angeles Records. But yeah, Shalimar, it's got Jody Watley in it. It's just killer stuff. Now, I don't think I know this record, but if I see Shalimar that I don't have, I need to pick it up because they're really, really good. Well, the last record I got, I kind of had my doubts whether or not I should pick this up. It's a double album, but I did. I picked it up because it's a duet album, two artists. One of the artists I really love. One of the artists I'm like, I don't know. This is Isaac Hayes and Diane Warwick, a man and a woman. Now, guess who I really, really like? Yeah, Isaac Hayes. I love Isaac Hayes. His production is always amazing. And yeah, Diane Warwick, I mean, I know her more from her work with Burt Bacharach, which I don't really care for. But there's probably Burt Bacharach songs on here, but not done the way Burt Bacharach did it. Yeah, there's a lot of Burt Bacharach tunes on here, but the production, not the production, it's a live album, but the orchestration, the arrangements, they're done by Isaac Hayes, and he makes it so smooth and funky. It's really, really, really good album. I'm not a fan of live albums. I don't really care for them, but this is so far I've only one side still to listen, but this is actually a really enjoyable album. It's on ABC and 1977. It's got the Shaft kind of sound. It's got wah wah. It's got funky bass. It's very smooth and very sexual and sensual and whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm done. That's it. Yeah, I got no more to show you. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. And if you have not subscribed yet and you're still watching, click on my subscription button somewhere around here. And if you like what I do. If you don't like what I do, that's good as well. Take care. And if I see you next time, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.